In this session, we will download the full Bootstrap framework. We will choose a simple Bootstrap theme for our blog. We will edit the navigation bar, plus do some other editing. And also note that in this episode, I will be using Firefox and not Chrome so much, because I find that Firefox implements the CSS changes quickly, and Chrome does not so much due to caching issue. But let's get started. Okay. All right. Go to your browser window and go to getbootstrap.com. So type getbootstrap.com. In the top right corner, click on the download button. This downloads the full Bootstrap framework in a zip file, including documentation and theme examples. When the download is complete, unzip the file, and I can do so via a right mouse click. And then place it in your projects directory. So not within the Rails project, but in the same folder as you have your blog Rails project. When this is complete, go to this directory and open the Bootstrap folder. There, Bootstrap 4.0. Click on it. Then click on the Docs folder. Click on the 4.0 folder. Click on the Examples folder. And then click on navbar-top-fixed. Then open up the index.html. Alright, this is our theme. This is a great theme containing a navigation bar that stays fixed on top when scrolling the page down. It has a top banner and is mobile friendly, as you can see already. Expand the window again and close the browser window. Okay. Go up one level from the theme file. Let's open this folder in a text editor. I'm doing so via a right mouse click and selecting Atom, which is my text editor that I'm using. This enables us to copy the code that we need from the theme into our Rails project easily. Now go and open up your terminal. First, I'm closing these windows. And open up your terminal window if you don't have it open already. And then cd into your projects directory. So I type cd and then ROR projects/blog. Hit enter and open up your project in your text editor. So I type Atom space dot. While this opens up, open up a new tab and let's start the Rails server. So type Rails space S. Go to your text editor in the Rails project. We will now create a partial file for the navigation bar. Remember that a partial file can be called from any of the other files in the HTML docs in the views folder. So go to the views folder and create a new folder named shared. So SHARED. Okay. Then in this folder, create a new file and name it navigation.html.erb. When this is done, go back to the text editor window where the Bootstrap theme is open. I can do so by pressing the F1 key. Then in the HTML document or index file, select everything between the top nav tag and the closing nav tag. So between the opening nav tag up here and the closing nav tag, and copy it. Then go back to the file you just created in your Rails document, the navigation file, and paste everything in. And I made a mistake when naming this partial file. Remember that all partial files must start with an underscore character in order for the views files to recognize it. So go and rename it. So I type now a underscore character and I saved it. When having a fixed navbar, the body of the web pages will be flushed to the top. So we need to put in a padding that has the same height as the navbar. This is already done in the theme CSS file. But first, go to the assets folder, to the style sheets folder, and open up the application.scss file. Okay? Now go back to your text editor that you have the theme, and go to the CSS file and copy this code for the body class here. Then go back to the Rails project, to the application style sheet, and paste it in under where it says @import bootstrap. Okay. After this, go to the views folder and to the layouts folder and open up the application.html.erb file. Remember that anything that is put in this file will automatically be visible across all web pages. So this is a good place to call the navigation partial file, which is done with the rendering method. So right under the body type, type the less than sign, %, type render, and in a single quotation, type shared/navigation, and close the Ruby syntax and save it. Let's check it out in the browser. So go and open your browser window and type localhost 3000. If all has gone well, we will now see the navigation bar at the top on every page. All right, so there we go. All right, so now we have a nice nav bar on top here. Click on the Read My Blog button. Okay, you see the navigation bar up here as well. Let's click on the Show button. Perfect. So we now have a nice navigation bar at the top on every page. Okay, let's continue. Let's go and start this Read My Blog button. Go to your text editor, and I'm going to close some of these files here. Okay, in the Views folder, go to the Welcome folder and open the index.html.erb. Alright. Rename the Danger button class to Welcome. So type Welcome, W-E-L-C-O-M-E. Go to the Style Sheets folder and open up the welcome.scss file so we can style this button. Alright? Type .btn-welcome, curly brackets, and let's define a background color. And I will be continue using the hexadecimal system. Okay, so type background-color. And I will be typing $FF0059. That should give it a dark pink color. And the font color, type color : $, and I type EF. This is the mild pink. Let's do some hoovering effect. Type .btn-welcome : hoover. And curly brackets, and then type background color, and the color here is FF0044. And then the font color, I type color colon and I give it a color of white, so # FF. Go to the application.scss file, and here under add import, type add import double quotation, and type welcome, and then semicolon. So we can call the styling in the welcome file. Go back to your browser and refresh. Alright, so now we have a bright pink button here, but the hovering effect is not so defined. So I go back to the welcome style sheet, and instead of FF here, I change to EE. Back in the browser, refresh, and check the hovering effect. Alright, that's a little better. We will now create a bit more space between the title text and the click button. Here I earlier made some changes that proved unnecessary. So go back to the welcome SCSS file, and here type H1 curly bracket and type margin dash bottom colon 20 pixels. And then go back to the browser and refresh. Okay, that's a little better. Now let's style the navigation bar. Go to the Style Sheets folder in your text editor and create a new file and name it navigation.scss. So here create a new file and name it navigation.scss. The Bootstrap CSS class that governs the main properties is navbar. So here type dot navbar in curly brackets. Let's change the background color. I will keep to my pinkish theme. You can do any color scheme you want, but I will give it a color of F31346. And here type exclamation mark important and semicolon. Bootstrap's default code can be hard to override, and this takes care of that. We need a few more classes. Here type dot nav dash link and curly brackets, but leave this empty for now. And below type dot nav dash item curly brackets. The nav item styles the navigation font, and we will give it a font weight of bold, and we give it a font color of a lighter pink. I will type F3 CACE semicolon. And we also need an A class up there because it's an A link currently in the Bootstrap theme. Copy this code and paste it in below. And after the A, type colon hover. And for an hovering effect, let's change the font color to white. So here type FF. Let's also style the navigation toggler that appears in the mobile window. So here type dot navbar dash toggler TOGGLER. Curly brackets. The default border is 1 pixel, but let's change it to 2 pixels. So we type border colon 2 pixels. Solid. The default color is gray, but let's change it to white. Alright, save it. Go to the application.scss file. And we will here call the navigation style sheet. So type add import, double quotation, navigation, and then semicolon. go to your browser and refresh. Hopefully all gone well here. Oh yes, so bright pink navbar. Let's check the other pages. Click the read my blog button. Nice. Okay, click a show link. Good. Alright, it's coherent across the pages. Let's continue. Alrighty. Let's now style this green search button. It looks quite ugly. So go back to the application style sheet in your text editor. First, let's make the border a little thicker on our forms. So here in the form control class, change the border thickness from 2 pixels to 3 pixels. And we will change the border color as well, so that it matches the color scheme. So whatever color scheme you have, make a border that matches it. I will make it pinkish. So I will type F3, B1, C1. Okay, then go to the navigation partial in your views and shared folder. And here, where it says outline-success, delete that and type light instead. That's going to be the name of our new button, L-I-G-H-T. Save it and go back to the application style sheet, and down here type .btn-light and curly brackets. To make it easy on ourselves, go and copy the border styling in the form control class. So here, copy that and paste it in our light button. Save it. I'm going to align it here. Now save it and go to the browser, refresh. We should see a better button, search button. All right, cool. Okay, so now you see now the search button and the search forms are all coherent with the add comment form. Okay, so that looks really nice. Let's continue. So go back to your text editor. Actually, go back to the browser window. We need to test the navigation bar in the mobile sites window. So narrow the browser window. Although this looks great, nothing happens when you click on the navigation button. This is because the jQuery gem is not called in the application JavaScript file. In the text editor, go to the Assets folder, the JavaScript folder, and open the application.js. And under here, type 2 forward slashes and equal sign, and then type require jQuery 3, JQuery 3. Save everything and go back to the browser window. Refresh. When it's refreshed, narrow the window again. Alright, and then click on the navigation button. Cool. Alright, so now we have a drop down navigation and all works great. Alright, I think I'm going to finish here, or not finish. I'm going to stop here, and so let's just continue the Bootstrap styling in the next session. But I'm going to wait with doing the git commit until then. All right. So I see you next time. All right. Take care. Bye-bye. But it still gets me where I wanna go.